Hello everyone, on the last video I was doing a right turn. Test centre, this is where we are now, the test centre is right there. And what we did a right on the first, a head on the second. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn right at the bottom here, because a lot of people fail on there, especially when there's parked cars. At the moment now it's clear, but sometimes there's cars parked on the left just before we get to the junction. And then what that does, that forces them over to the right, and before they know it, they're stuck in the right lane. And they're turning right in the wrong lane, because obviously cars have just, well, I just came in there when I showed you the last video. So you want to stay on this side. If there's a parked car down there, that means you've got to go round it and then get back to the left, but you're turning right. Remember, you're turning right at the end of here. And then what I'm going to do here, there's a traffic light here, which brings me back onto, will bring me onto Wotting. The first one I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and then left. So it's two roundabouts, ahead on the first and then a left on the second. And then I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back around. It's got an auto stop on it, by the way. And on the second, as I say, I'm going to come turn right at the bottom, turn right at the lights, come along here, this one here, which is Wotting, and turn from Wotting first. So it's first exit, head on the first. Remember, head on the first. This is a roundabout. A lot of people, when they come along here, they miss this one and look at this one and think this is the first. This is the first. And then we do a left, the same as before. Watch out for the crossing, and it's not too bad. And I'm going to come back around, and then we're going to go, I'll be at a traffic light here, I'll turn left, and on this time I'm going to go ahead on both roundabouts to show you this, that you can go ahead of both roundabouts. And the last one I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn right at the roundabout, because there's no need for me to show you these. Once you show you these, it's exactly the same this side. So you'll see me doing this, head on the first, left on the second. I'll come back and do a head on the first and a head on. They usually say a head. Examiners have different ways to the terminology. I think there's a link somewhere. I'll find it and put it up. How they. I've just, funny enough, just before there was an examiner here before picking some Lawrence. Seen him for a while. He's on the wagons now, but he was here picking some stuff up because he doesn't work here anymore. Because I was wondering what he was doing, like, so I had someone unlocking the gate there. But anyway, so it's going to be the first one. We're going to turn right at the bottom of the road to make sure you where to position yourself when you're turning right. I'm going to turn right at the lights, and on the first, well, I'm going to go ahead on the first and left on the second. The same before, you got this problem here with the crossing. Remember, there's two crossings when there's a gap in between, like that, like a curb. So if there's someone over there crossing, that doesn't mean to say you can't carry on. Obviously you've got to give way if they're about to cross here or they're about to cross there. In fact, I better use me pen on, I'm using my phone, my finger. It's disappeared. But anyway, so you can see what I'm on about here. So we're going to go ahead, and then on the first roundabout, then a left on the second roundabout, and then I'm going to show you, obviously, that this, what it says here, it's ahead. We're going to go ahead in that lane, follow it right the way through, and then I'll finish off turning, just doing a right turn. Anyway, I hope this might solve a few, especially those who've got a test and not a screen. The test started, today's the 11th of April. I'm doing these videos today because it's going to be busy, I reckon, now tomorrow, because we're allowed, us instructors are allowed to start instructing tomorrow. Well, that's the 12th of April. So I'll quickly go through this one really quick. And as I say, I hope you get some. By the way, I'd be grateful if you subscribe to my channel, put a like on, comment in, notification bell. If you put a comment in, I'll get back as soon as possible. Okay, so I'm going to crack on with this now. Remember, always, as I say, seatbelts on before you go anywhere. Make sure it's on. Okay, clutch down, select first. There's the test centre, you can see right next to us here. It's not a screen test centre, by the way. And I'll go past it slowly so you can have a look what they're doing there. They've got like COVID, you know, like the cones are there so that you're not parked next to each other. So it's COVID safety. I'll give you a good look at it. So anyway, so that's not a screen test centre. So now you imagine you come out the test centre, you ask you to do a right. So it's mirror, indicate right. Now there might be a parked car issue, you'd have to go around it when it's safe to do so and but you must stay on this side. The amount of people whose nerves are gone and they end up parking on that side and they've just failed, but they don't know until they get back. But today, because of the COVID, they're just stopping the test. So they might just ask you to pull over there and then walk back to the test centre, which is, it's called the walk of shame. Ooh, you don't want that. Alright, here we go. That's it. On the gas, clutch down, clutch up. It's like where's the roundabout? Because I want you to see this, because a lot of people get caught in this. We're turning, sorry, the traffic light. This is a classic. Let's see what this one does. Yeah, he's jumped off in front of me. Let's see if the other one not even indicating. Now, this is the type of thing, as an inexperienced driver, I really feel sorry for you, but this is your turning point here. Okay? That could have been your driving test there, and you've seen the way they behaved. Unfortunately, that's just life on the road. It's called, you'll gain that experience. You'll find out when you pass your test, that's when it really begins to, like, I won't say the fun begins, but, so as you can see here, it looks like the roundabout, but the first one is on the right here, so do this one, get in your left lane. Make sure you keep moving your eyes from right to left, because there it is, there's the first roundabout there. A lot of people miss this, and the examiners slam on here because they didn't see it. So we're going to go to the second one now, mirror indicating left. Now she's nowhere near the crossing, so I'm not going to stop and let her cross, otherwise it'd be silly, the car behind me. And as you can see, mirror indicated left. And they do actually come to this bit of the estate here. Mirror indicating left again, right, gently going down to second, clutch up. I'm going to go back around there, and I'm going to take you back to the roundabout. I'm going to do the head ahead. But you can see there on that, when I turn right at that traffic light, how the two cars reacted. You know, and I haven't got an L plate on. You know, I've got no learner's plate on. This is my partner's car, so they still do it. You know, you got to watch out for these. They might press the buttons just for a laugh. No, they didn't. So yeah, you got to be careful of crossings. That was a Pelican crossing. So I'm going to go up to, there's got another roundabout here. We're just going to do first exit left. This is where you come back to the test centres as well. When I do the last one, turn it right on the roundabout, I'll come back this way and show you it. So roundabout, first exit left. But I remember the first one, that one. Usually mirror in twos. Now I'm looking here and I can see, obviously, yeah, I'm assessing them, thinking my decision is just wait. There's a few cars here. We'll just wait. Always make sure they go past your car before you move. See, so they're cleared, and off the gas, clutch up. Another thing they'll do, just you'll probably get this 3 or 4 times on the test. I'll do one quickly for you now. So I'm going to pretend on the examiner. Would you pull over on the left, please, where it's safe and convenient? So check your mirrors in that one. Indicate there's a car there. So let that car know you're pulling in. I'm going to pull up next to the car, and what they'll generally do is, as soon as you stop, they'll say, get it all ready, it's into neutral. When you're ready, drive on. And all the watching you do is the mirror signal manoeuvre to pull over. Check your blind spots and mirror signal manoeuvre as you pull off. So I'll go to first. So I can see 3 cars, and this is the last car coming past me. I'm looking around, there's a taxi coming. So I wouldn't like pull off in front of this taxi, it doesn't make sense. Just make sure if you want to know the reason, the main reason to follow, if you call someone to slow down or change direction. So I get that taxi in a nice spot. So if I had pulled out, he might have had to slow down. They tell you what to do, and especially when you've got the L plates on, they tend to speed up on you. So yeah, so just make sure it's safe that when you pull away from the curb or pull out from a junction, just make sure you don't cause anyone to slow down. What's the 4 S's? Swerve, stop or swerve. So we're going to go left at the lights here, mirror indicate left. And you've only just changed here, so I'll put this handbrake on. So I've got to keep my eye on this because it's, yeah, I'll stick it in first. So this time when I go to the roundabout, I'm going to go ahead. That noise. It's just the top of the camera rattling against the thing. The one I had's broke. Time to get some of these things. It's supposed to be, that's the only thing about some sounds good, but some of the stuff they sell is, I know it's cheap, but it's probably the reason why it is cheap, but the product's crap. Anyway, so this time I'm going to go ahead. So let's say, yeah, so do this in this lane, and the simple reason being is because I know, local knowledge, on the other side of this road you can't see, there'll be parked cars. After second, looking good, no signal remember because you're going straight ahead. traffic coming in, might have to slow down. No one's indicating. We're okay to go ahead. Stop that noise. Stay in this lane. Now this is where your mirror indicate left here. Now you've got a nice straight road, speed up. You know, this is a 30 on this road, so you don't want to go any faster than that. So I'm just doing 30 now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut into this another one. I'm going to take the next road on the right. Mirror, indicate right. Position's fine. Now I've got to sort my speed out. I've got to keep looking. And at the moment, it looks clear, but it can change quickly. So always be prepared. Yeah, that's clear. So, and if you notice, if you look up here to 20 zone, always look up to the new road you're going to go into, and you should see a speed limit sign. If there isn't one there, the examiner will tell you. They'll tell you the speed. So say like it's fell off or something, or it's being lost, or whatever's happened to it. They will tell you that, you know, that this is whatever speed limit it is. And I'm going to pull over now, and then I'm going to show you the final one that I'm going to do. Let this car and the guy on the push bike know what I'm doing. That's all you're doing here. Just be like this, but you actually to pull over on the left. Okay, I'll switch the indicator off, and as I say, what I've just shown you there is you come out the test centre, you turn right at the light. You've seen where the couple of those other behaviour of those two other drivers. We went ahead, then we went left, broke you back around again, and then we went straight ahead on the first and ahead on the second. I didn't indicate till I got to this point. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back now and I'm just going to do a right. That's the only thing I haven't done, a right on the roundabout. And they actually do it coming this way, right on. So it's exactly the same, everything's the same, it's just the opposite way. So I'm going to come along here and do a right. And that's in the next video. Anyway, I hope that solved a few of your problems. And I shall see you in the next video, so it's bye for now.